propaganda. Ooh, with the stuff in it? With the stuff in it? So we're putting together a classic with some... Whoo, what is this? Blood Orange. Astor Farms. Getting us there. Look at the coloration. We out here. Beep, bop, boop. All that stuff. We about to be out here. I'm about to mix it up. Twist it up. One honey bourbon cigar, please. Do you have a splitter?
Scissors.
I think you're supposed to unroll backwards.
Shit, yeah. I think you're right.
Shit. I don't usually do
Let's
this.
ask the internet.
The internet's not even here to tell us the answer.
Hello?
She in there.
Hello?
That's what I call great.
Internet. Fuck, dude. The internet's sleeping.
Why is the internet sleeping?
I believe in you. You got it.
This is always so tense for me. Look.
You got it. Just slowly and finesse.
Finesse.
There it is.
But then,
okay, Bobby. Your sardines are coming.
Then we also have to re-roll it, which is another challenge. Oh, shit. Hold on. Whoo! Got that open.
You got it?
Yeah, you got papers?
Oh, what? For real?
Just in case.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. But, like, I already believe in you. You should do it.
It's a bit dry, so I'm breathing on it. I'm worried. I'm scared. And there's a hole. There's already a hole in it.
Oh, my God. That's fine. You can just lick it.
Just lick it. Oh, gross. But then that gets my germs on everything.
That's how you fucking roll. You lick it. What are you talking about?
Oh, you have a grinder. I'm a stupid guy.
Do the grinder.
She got a grinder. She got a grinder, but she's not gay. Oh my God, I'm gonna get paid. She got a grinder, but she's not gay. She on rap, and she's not on sway. Do 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 do. Acting a fool for the internet. Acting up. Oh no, we caught him acting up again. Oh no, guys. Oh, we're gonna have to skull fuck him. Oh, kidnap his children. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. But they said he had to do
You
it.
never have. Who is a twist off? It is. I can see it. Fuck yes. That's why you gave it to us. It's expensive.
Cabernet Sauvignon. Tribute Cabernet Sauvignon. You're there. You are. That was a great hold up. What do they call it? Presentation or something? When you like.
Great demonstration. Presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get classy with plastic cups.
Yes. The wine and cheese and dro in the imaginarium.
All childproof.
You know in
People.
according to the
Oh, and it can do that too.
it's cups and cups.
It's cups on cups.
It's cups and it's a cup. Look, there. Look, I gotta show the internet.
Shut
Oh, you
up.
just
You
did.
sure?
Do I have to twist it or you just
No,
pull
you
it
just
out?
pull it off.
All right, look. It's a wine glass stem, and then also you can just do that, and it's a cup. So we're like super trailer park classy right now.
Fancy.
So fancy. Officially doing stuff. Oh, look at this.
We got
Lovely.
Tarjay, charcuterie.
Cheers to the internet. We're out here drinking. We'll be here.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, internet. Get ready for a nice live set.
This was perfect. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's kind of dry, so it's going to take some work. Unless you want to lick it or breathe on it. Just a moist. You know, moist is like one of the strangest words. There's something awkward about it, in my opinion.
I still believe in you, though.
I think we can get it done. But if I had a paper, oh god, it spilled all. If I had paper, I could, just in case, make it just more secure and sound.
Oh, I see. You want to like bandage it up.
Yeah, we have to give it a splint just because we have to take it to the doctor. You know what I mean? And the surgeon was like, yeah. So we had to take it to the doctor, and he's like, oh my god, the blunt could have a problem. What's gonna be the problem? You ever seen that show?
Do you also need like a filter?
Yes, I could use a.
Okay. You want like cardboard or?
Actually,
What if
on
I got, like, a
on a blunt, I don't
pasta?
usually use a filter, but I could.
Would it help?
Yeah, you got the pasta?
Yeah.
It might help.
That might actually help.
Trying to get things going here. Look at this. This is dry, but it's doable. We're gonna make this work. One person, tell me how to make it so we can get swerving. Get the cursing, let it loose, and go on purpose. Go off beat and find your purpose. Find your feet and find what's worth it. Oh no, it's falling apart. Shit, I've handled it too much.
Just put it with a this paper.
Oh yeah, let me see that tortellini. It's not a
Tortellini.
tortellini, but you know what I mean.
You're a tortellini.
Wow, hey, don't.
Is
come
that
on.
racially motivated speech?
It's not necessarily racially motivated hate speech, but you know, one day tortellini might mean something, and because of that, today, like you can't say it.
Maybe I should just not talk at all, just to save myself from the woke mob.
But then there's also people who can't talk that you're offending because
I'm offending mutes
no matter
now.
no matter what you do, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I'm just gonna be offensive regardless.
Exactly, that's how you gotta live your life.
All right. Well, I have been living my life that way.
Oh well, then good. You don't have to change anything, Miss Privileged, to be white.
You are so much more privileged than I am. Don't even get me started.
I said privileged to be white because even though I'm white, it's not really a privilege. It's just like a thing you find. It's like one of those helpful car facts. Like, oh, he's white.
Oh, okay.
That's cute. Like he thinks it matters. And then like for you, it's like, oh, she's white. She thinks it matters. You know what I'm saying? So like for both of us, it's like it matters, but it doesn't. For you, it matters because
It matters until I let other people's dumbass opinions affect me.
That's exactly basically what I was gonna say. Is like
Okay.
your whiteness doesn't matter, except for it does because people are automatically gonna think that you're privileged even if you're not.
Exactly, which is so frustrating because it's like if you took the time to get to know me, yeah, there may be like some privileges, but my socioeconomics does not say privilege by any
You realize
means.
you're having basically the same problem. This is what the right wing, not even right wing, like the white dudes that are even moderate, this is what they've been saying since, this is why Trump got elected.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are people like yourself who are white men
Mm-hmm.
who are looking at the system and say, they keep telling me I'm racist because I keep thinking I'm supposed to be successful in this system that they keep saying is supposed to be set up for my success, but I'm not.
But it's not. It's set up for the 1%.
Exactly, and so that's what Donald Trump promised these niggas. Like, yo, I hear that, because what the left never hears is they don't hear how they sound coming across to people that don't got it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The left has changed, though. The left in, like, the 70s and the 80s and the 90s was, like... The left now is just... they've gone too far. Like, I don't side with left or right. I love that we're just gone straight into politics. But...
the shit gets views.
True.
But also, I mean,
But
we're just
the
being
left
real
has
here.
changed.
Streaming
We
in
all
real
have
life.
to admit that it's gone a little...
We might have to do more wine and cheese mixers. Because I
Let's
think...
talk politics, wine and cheese mixers, and talk politics.
Dude, talk whatever. I don't care, but... My pad was left at home, so I don't stay here. No.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is all these politicians, like you're saying, Trump, they all make these promises, but throughout history, this isn't recent history, like throughout the past 100 years, throughout all history, all these motherfuckers lie all the time. So why are we even subjugating ourselves? Like, I don't even believe in voting. I think that's subjugating.
That's
I know you're going to feel
extreme view.
differently about it.
Yeah.
But the way I feel is like I don't feel educated enough to know how the game is being
See, I
played.
appreciate that more than some niggas. All right, I got you. Some niggas just be saying they not gonna vote just because they not gonna vote. But if you don't feel educated enough
I don't
to
feel
make...
educated enough. I don't feel like I'm privileged enough. I don't know these people. So I can't make an educated vote or guess or choice because I don't even know how half of the system even works on that level.
What do you mean by you don't know how half of the system works?
I don't know how the politics works. I don't know, like...
You just
I don't know,
these
like,
people.
what's going on behind the scenes with lobbying and all this other corruption and bullshit. It's just like, I don't have, it's too exhausting to keep up and be like, okay, so this is the good guy and this is the bad guy. It's like, at the end of the day, all these people were playing the game.
You know, you're exactly true, and that's why those people play the game, is because they make it their entire career to understand this shit so that they can make money from it.
Yeah, and I respect that, but those that cross the line...
Oh, for sure.
You know, I'm not saying all politicians are evil, but like a good chunk of them. Not evil, but just like compromised.
Look, it's one of the things that I learned is the higher you move up, the more compromised you are. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. 1000%.
Because it's like you have interests that got you there.
Yeah, you got interests, you got lobbyists, you got all these corporations.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Interest, those whoever paid for your shit to your campaign is who's your interest. It's like who you're protecting. You give a fuck about the common man. What the fuck the common man ever did for you?
They never cared about the common, but that's how they get their votes, is they pretend they care about the common man and they don't. And it's so obvious and cringy now that when they even try and campaign as like they're for the common man, we're all just like laughing at them. We're like, you were.
But not everybody is laughing at them. That's the thing.
Well, there's a strong majority of us that are. Even people who.
There's a strong majority of neutral voters in the middle who are probably too apathetic to vote, so their votes don't matter.
Exactly.
Is the problem.
And that community? No, it's not the community. That community is like, we don't need this system. We're gonna start building something outside of this bullshit.
No, most people are too apathetic to even do that.
Well.
I'm literally talking about the majority.
I mean, if you get in touch with like. You know, the fringe.
You're talking about actual. That's what I mean. At the end of the day,
rave community, like those people.
But that's what I mean.
Fuck, like, and those people are usually the moderates, and
exactly.
don't vote, and they're like, we're gonna just create our own off the grid societies without all this bullshit, and it's starting to happen.
Yeah, but they also don't. Most of them usually aren't like reasonable about their expectations when it comes to like what sustainably living off the grid actually means, because that shit is no joke. That's just not fun.
It's not off the grid like you're living at Slab City like a crackhead. I'm talking about like fully established.
What is Slab City? Tell me what Slab City is.
You've never been to Slab City?
No, tell me about this. This is a curiosity.
It's kind of near. Have you ever been to the Salton Sea?
I've seen pictures of it. My dad was working on an energy project over there.
Oh God. Okay. Shit. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
No, talk about it. I don't care.
What kind of energy? Let me ask you a question. What did you know?
Solar panels.
Oh, okay.
Like a solar farm over there, right in the Salton Sea, because it's like dead.
It's dead with a bunch of dead fish.
It's dead with a bunch of dead fish, and it's just a bunch of land that receives a bunch of sunlight all the time. And it's like
it's a great place to do acid too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You've done acid there, I take it.
Yeah, right on the beach, right there with all the dead. Some people are like, that sounds freaky and creepy. Yeah. But I'm like, no, it actually felt like it took me off the planet. Like I was able to embrace my environment and like detach from like the city and really get in touch with nature, you know, with like death and rebirth. But the dead fish along the shore.
So it was like some ayahuasca level shit for you.
Yeah, no, this was some really good acid. Like I fucking want to.
Acid, bro. I don't even know how to, like, when I say don't get me started on acid, I mean, it's probably one of the few drugs where I'm like, it's not that bad if you do it right.
Exactly. If you do it right, if you do it in a controlled nature environment, that's my ideal. I'm not going to do acid in these fucking...
In the city?
In the city? Hell no.
There's so much.
Because you'll pick up... I already pick up on it just, like, regularly, where I'm like, I can't be that person. Like, if I was on acid, these people's faces would start forming into,
let's
like...
make sure we get you in the frame.
Creepy. No, you don't have to put me in the frame.
Okay.
Look at me over here,
Very
triple fisting. What's wrong with me?
I'll be me in the frame talking to you off camera. Awesome.
No, it's fine. Ow! Hi. I'm a grill.
Oh my God, you're serving it up to the internet right now.
Serving it so hard.
You're serving the internet. Isn't that what it's actually called though in those communities? What's it called?
Serving?
Where they do the voguing. Like if you vogue on somebody,
serving
they got
looks.
served.
Yeah.
Yeah, serving looks.
Alright, I need to eat something before I drink too much. I'm like, why am I mixing shit? This is dangerous, Megan. You're being a dumb alcoholic.
Seems like it's gonna be a fun time.
Put it away.
Save the kombucha.
Yeah.
Hashtag save the kombucha.
Save it because I don't want to keep missing it. I need to eat something.
Oh, I think that kind of hits.
Did you put the hashish in it too?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Tutti hashish sativa.
Tutti. Tutti is Italian for anyone.
With blood orange aster farms.
Mm-hmm.
31% cannabinoids, 2.1% terpenes.
Bobby, you ready to hit this?
26% THC. That's such an adult. You gotta show the internet that. That's so adult Lunchables.
Gouda cheese. This
That's
is
so
adult
adult
Lunchables right here, if you guys don't know about it. And it's actually so good.
Hillshire.
Hillshire. We got calabrese salami and Gouda cheese.
Good cheese.
Gouda.
You know,
it's
Gouda's
so good.
Dutch.
It's so good that it's Gouda.
And I'm with the charcuterie of uncured pepperoni and provolone cheese slices for everybody on a keto diet.
This is a very well rolled blunt.
Thank
I'm
you.
impressed.
When I roll, I meditate on perfection.
But I think that pasta helped too. Huh?
Oh, the pasta was a lifesaver. I got the whole roll in there because of it. Yeah, that's image worthy. That's what we call an Instagram worthy blunt. One of my mentors in business.
Here, I just asked on you. Sorry.
One of my mentors in business used to he actually used to get these and take them into the office. These little things. Before keto even came out, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to cut down on carbs," and he would just like, for lunch, he would have one of these trays and then go work out.
Yeah, that's great. Protein up.
It was crazy. He's like the most in shape CEO type nigga I've ever met. Dude. He's like the epitome of like, he played baseball. He played baseball in high school and college. He played baseball and football in high school, and played baseball in college on a scholarship, I think.
Yeah.
He climbs mountains. I think he climbed Everest.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God. You know, there's like that Everest challenge for CEOs and shit.
This is also Atkins was before keto.
Yeah, he was basically on the Atkins, but he was borderline on keto because
Atkins and keto is almost kind of the same thing.
almost. But he was really close. He was basically doing keto before keto became popular.
Exactly.
Because he wasn't really fucking with the Atkins diet because he was like, nah, there's something about the Atkins diet that causes an overreaction to this or some bullshit. But he's like, it's basically the same thing.
There was something that went wrong with the Atkins diet, but yeah.
Oh, it was too much eggs. Or something like that.
Yeah, these people who drink raw eggs, I just like makes me gag. I can't do it.
And then I would always see him at his desk, rolling these up like that, and eating them. I was like, damn. He's like, you gotta make time, bro. You gotta make time. You gotta pack 36 hours in a 24-hour day. It's like, Jesus. Well, you know how they sometimes tell you certain stereotypes aren't true?
Depends.
But like this nigga, he's like that overachiever boss that is also casually saying like, he's like the dream boss because he'd just be like, I trust you guys to get the job done. That's why I hired you.
That's cool.
And he would always just say inspiring shit like, you know, be your own boss. Treat your work center like it's your own business.
See, I haven't had that mentality until I probably met you. For some weird reason, I always felt like I had to be dependent on somebody like hiring me.
You are dependent on having customers and having people give you money though.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah,
that can happen. But look at this punk.
Get
Bobby,
back.
get out of here.
Go to your Lyrian transmission mother system
Exactly.
base.
Get on the transmissions. Get on your UFO. Good girl. I'll give her some. Actually, no, she'll jump up again.
You reward her for being down there.
Exactly.
She just got a big personality.
She's just extra.
Yeah, big personality. She got a big personality.
Where'd you learn that from, Bobby?
What, how to jump or go like that?
Her big
She's
personality.
about to jump up there again.
Yeah. No.
She's like, I want wine. I want to be at the cheese mixer. The wine and the cheese.
Look at my cat.
The internet loves cats.
They really do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Bobby, you've literally eaten more than me today.
Didn't you just... what's your Instagram again? Pixie Propaganda, and you posted that video?
Which one?
You posted that cat video about OCD.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Plug.
Yeah, plug.
Shameless plug moment.
You got it's about the shameless plug, and I'm supposed to say like and subscribe, and donate, and subscribe.
Follow me, Pixie Propaganda, on Instagram.
No, but for real. She got this funny video that just came out.
We gotta look official for the IRS.
Well,
so,
and
support.
Just to follow your passions and to see them out truly, you must inhabit.
Well, then there's that sentiment, but...
Yeah. And especially since my machine is down. And Diablo Immortal is just tough right now. That paywall.
Diablo Immortal? What?
It's a game that came out for phones. But it's extremely pay to win.
See, that's why, I miss the games, just, simple Nintendo 64.
Will you fuck with Nintendo 64? What was your game?
I mean, it was always, it was a super old one. I remember playing it with my neighbor. Something with a helicopter. Not a helicopter. But then we advanced to PlayStation, and we did Street Fighter, and then we did, a bunch of Jedi stuff. Actually, I remember being obsessed with the Star Wars Jedi Fighter ones.
There's a bunch of Star Wars games on N64 for sure.
I don't think it was N64. I think this was PlayStation.
You talking about the X-Wing games? The Star Wars X-Wing games?
Okay, so we're talking, 1999.
Yeah, that sounds like right about when Rogue Squadron or X-Wing was up.
I think that was it, yeah. And it was just all it was just battles between one Jedi. It could be Chewbacca and Skywalker. It didn't matter. It was just
Were you flying around in jets, or were you actually fighting on?
No, we were fighting on platforms. We were people fighting on platforms.
Oh, I'm not sure. That sounds like an N64 game though, for real.
Is it? I thought it was PlayStation.
Okay, look. There's so many Star Wars. You gotta realize there's so many Star Wars games that have come out, and I remember too many of them to help you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Where it's me and my friends, one of the craziest memories I have is there's this one Star Wars.
Get out of here, punk!
There's this one Star Wars game.
I love you.
Where you fight on top of a train against a bunch. The first level is you're on Hoth and you have to fight against a Wampa.
Wait, say that again?
In the one.
Now you're bringing me flashbacks. I played a Star Wars game with a joystick on the computer.
Yeah, they had one of those too.
Game I was.
It was like a lightsaber fencing game.
Lightsaber fencing game, and then there was another Star Wars one where it was it was with a joystick.
But also there were times you could control the. There's just so many.
Oh.
You could control the ship too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember any of the story of any of them? Do you remember the levels that you played?
I still dream about some of the landscapes of the levels, but it's been so long. I remember kind of desert landscapes and a lot of futuristic industrial places
of
tunnels.
Course.
Yeah. That's kind of all I remember. I mean, more will come back to me if I think about it.
Because there's so there's Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
That's exactly what it was. It was Jedi Knight.
Okay.
When you said it, I'm I remember, because I remember my brother and I used to argue over the computer.
Yeah. Star Wars.
I want my Jedi Knight.
Yeah. Star Wars, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and then there was Star Wars, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy 2.
Damn. I think we had all of them.
These are games I haven't thought about.
I would play those games in a heartbeat if we could find a joystick, because the muscle memory for me is the joystick for gaming. That's how old I am. I feel so old. Nobody just plays with a joystick anymore. Now it's just you just swipe. You just use your finger and swipe. We're such more skilled gamers than the rest of the new generations.
But arguably, it's the difference between MJ and LeBron. The league has developed
different generations.
It's just developed to a certain point where it's we were crudely interfacing with machines when we were first playing these games, right? And so we were injuring our using a WASD. You're injuring yourself to play a game, whereas these new kids come out with technology.
What's WAS? What?
like on the
with the finger. Yeah, you use your fingers or like a joystick or like a mouse or something. Yeah, now it's like you play it on your phone and all you're doing is swiping. I'm like, what the? How is that even fun?
Oh, but I mean,
is it? I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
Not all games are like all mobile phones. They have to put the buttons on the screen and there's not a lot of real estate. So, like the worst thing about some of these games is there's auto games where you don't even swipe.
What? How is it auto?
The game automatically plays itself.
Why? Why would I want to play a game that plays itself?
Some of them are kind of compelling as far as story.
So that to me just sounds like you're just watching visuals. You're not even like playing a game.
I mean, you're making choices to make your character stronger, but you're not making any like in the mode immediate decisions. Like they have auto battle. Like one of the games that I started to get popular in was actually V4. It was an auto player.
There's this other like motorcycle racing game, and then obviously Mario Kart and like the golfing games. They're all coming back to me. Mario Golf we played a lot. Definitely at my cousin's. Can we bring those games back and play them together? Or is that available?
Scrap says mobile games have tons of science that go into making them addictive, so that is another thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but so is the old stuff too. But the old stuff is like, it was more. You had to be more like eye-hand coordinated. I feel, you know what I mean? Now it's like if you're just swiping all the time, it's like, what are you doing?
Well, for example, in Diablo Immortal, it takes some skill because your abilities have cooldowns and you do press buttons. You're not just swiping.
Oh, so there is press buttons.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just that the thing is the buttons are on the screen.
Oh, so I guess it's kind of the same then.
Yeah, old stuff made it so you wanted to put in quarters, so that is a return to basics. Yeah.
Oh.
They put more challenge. They made the game tougher and expected more out of you because they want to get your quarters. But, I mean, you can make the same argument now just with gacha games and loot boxes. In Diablo Immortal, apparently you got to spend 6 figures to be good at the game. 7 figures and you get 300% boost.
I noticed that when I play solitaire at work, just even on a solitaire computer, like online, you always play like, so the first couple games, for the first time that I sit down on the browser, first couple games I like win. Mm-hmm. And then I'll always do winnable only just to test to see if they'll even allow me, how long they will like allow me to win. Mm-hmm. And they'll keep you on there for a certain period of time for the ads. Like they'll say it's winnable, but it's like, no, this shit is not winnable.
But usually, like, winnable is a theoretical.
Yeah. Theoretical according to their algorithm of like how long do we want to keep her addicted to? Well,
it depends on
because when I don't win, I have to keep replaying.
If you don't look at it from the monetary side of game theory, right? It's like, what do you mean by it's what does one mean by winnable and by what? For example, in a loot box like this, technically I can get a 5-star legendary gem from having one legendary crest, but it's a 0.05% chance. So 99.9% of the time, like 99.95% of the time, it's not gonna give me what I'm looking for. So winnable, it means, and then the question is by what margin is it winnable? But then also that's just layering the difficulty of the game as opposed to the loot boxes. Just loot boxing. But I mean, a lot of study has gone into this.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but you're like, oh, Bobby here. Oh no, those are.
They want you to spend more money.
Or more impressions of ads that are being played while you're playing the game.
Yes. You don't play any games nowadays, do you?
Online solitaire when I'm at work. I'm a receptionist and chess. No, I don't. I honestly don't know why I stopped playing, to be honest. I'm like still open to playing, but life took me elsewhere.
So this trend is where government regulation should intervene because doing the right thing is actually counter to a company's fiduciary duty to make as much money as possible. So you cannot rely on companies to make good games nowadays. Somewhat true, unless you say that there's a profit motive that outweighs that from just a purely good game. Like, just being able to sell more game is available because it's a good game, if it's good enough.
And not because it's trying to sell you something.
But it's trying to sell you more of the game, which is just good. As long as it's trying to, if it's a good product that they're trying to sell you more of, I think it's good.
Gotcha.
I would have said the same for Wizards of the Coast up until they created their own market.
Tell me about Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast, it used to be like there were only so many thousands of cards and they only printed so many every year, right? But now they have extra expansion packs, Commander, like Secret Lairs, and just oversaturated the market with sales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. WotC's in the burning goodwill phase. A company can make a good game to build goodwill, but once you cap goodwill, then you burn it like Active Blizzard has been doing recently. See, so that's why I think what you should do is, after you build a bunch of goodwill, then you just sell your company and say goodbye to your product, and then you just get rich, right? And let it become its own thing separate from you, like Steve Jobs did for a moment with Apple. Or Bill Gates did with Microsoft. Just let it be good and take your money. It's not just the saturation. WotC also cut out the LGS by doing the direct to customer with Amazon and removing MSRP. Oh my god, that was one of the worst moves of all time. They removed MSRP.
Wait, say this again?
So
it's not just the saturation world of what is that?
Wizards of the Coast, WotC.
Also cut out the LGS by doing the direct to customer with Amazon, removing MSRP.
LGS is local gaming store, and MSRP is manufacturer suggested retail price.
Oh my god, y'all are too advanced for me, but you sound cool. Keep talking.
So basically,
educate Becky.
You know how on this package it has like MSRP, so like this SKU code.
Hold on. Let me make sure my hair looks cute.
Okay. So you know how this SKU code relates to some price that it should be set to, that is basically MSRP relative to the distributor.
What's the acronym for? And what was
manufacturer suggested retail price?
Oh, right. Imagine it's suggested, but that doesn't necessarily mean.
Yeah, you don't have to do it, but it's a good thing to have out there, so it makes it so that there's like kind of an even distribution of.
Sure, but it's not up to distribution to do the retail price, is it?
But the manufacturer should suggest the retail price to a certain extent to stabilize the market.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Because because they had MSRP for years. And it made sense. It made the economy of how much cards were worth on the secondary market make sense as well. But now, without MSRP, a pack can be $15 for just the reason that fuck you. That's why.
Because Amazon came through.
Because whoever wants to charge as much, it used to be a time when you would have MSRP on the pack, right? And it would get printed for a certain amount of time, and then it would not be printed anymore. And then once it's out of print, the MSRP doesn't apply because now it's a collector's item.
Okay.
Right?
Right. I understand.
But now they're basically having it come straight out as a collector's item that you can get from Amazon, which means you can get it direct from Wizards of the Coast, basically. You can order all the products straight to your door from Wizards of the Coast through Amazon. Yeah, the reason why it's important is that customers think that local stores are charging too much, and local stores are not allowed to tell you how much money they buy it from distros for. Yeah, so there's no clarity in the market.
Yeah, I understand.
They be charging an arm and a leg for these packs.
But pre-internet, it was a whole different game.
That's true.
But now it's just like the internet came in and fucked everything up.
Yes.
Changes. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with the change of the internet.
It globalizes us more.
Yeah, for sure. So when are we gonna like figure out and find where could you even find a Nintendo 64? Like all the old school stuff and like play the old way.
Craigslist, eBay.
Your garage, maybe?
I never owned an N64.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
We got a GameCube though.
Oh.
I got a GameCube, a Dreamcast, Sega Genesis.
I have no clue what any of that is. But GameCube, remind me of the games on GameCube.
More Nintendo stuff like Mario Kart, F-Zero.
Oh, okay. No.
GameCube, Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want to be on the stream. You don't care about the food.
Like I can buy my booster boxes from my guy for $89.99, box shipped with after tax, but the local stores has to charge $110 pre-tax to even make $5 a box. My guy DJ Scrap makes a killing. I manage his Magic Card finances.
Oh, okay. DJ Scrapped.
Speaking of which, Scrap, we have to go over your asset value gain again. Because you got a bunch of shit that's just making money. I know you got boxes making money. Every time he buys a box, he makes money. But I used to be in that game. You see how many extra cards I have. They literally litter my floor.
Literally. And sprinkle with Ike. I found a few just like chilling on your front lawn.
Yeah, every card is worth at least 5 cents is the worst part. I have so many of them. Not exactly
Got a bunch
worth.
of nickels hanging out in
Exactly.
your dojo. If you collected all those nickels and like got in exchange for, you know, regular US currency,
Mm-hmm.
you should start buying us weed.
It's tough to get it together like that. Only so many are so valuable, you know. Who wants to buy them in bulk for a nickel?
I thought you just said they were all worth a nickel.
They are worth a nickel, but like there's who wants to. It's about who wants to buy it in bulk, basically, and like the distributed cost of them being worth a nickel.
Look, Bobby's blasting off. She's on our transmission card.
Like I have good cards. I have foreigns. I have Russians and I have disperses from Morningside and shit. It's so expensive now. You have Battle Bond scrapped. He has Battle Bond. He's talking about how expensive it is. Battle Bond is a set in Magic. It's some more Bitcoin style shit, but it's with the cards. It's what people are willing to pay for it.
I feel like you know people who can pay. What's this? What were you talking about? This store nearby that you were trying to do like magic sets out or something?
Oh, that's over at Next Gen and
Oh right, Next Gen.
and Turn Zero.
Can't you exchange cards there for that, or what are they?
I've done that before, but they wouldn't want these cards because they have so many other cards that they're still trying to sell. Because they're the bulk local dealers. I have to work out a bulk deal with somebody on eBay for just like a certain number of like assorted cards in various conditions. But I have good cards and bad cards. It's like I just don't want to have to sort it and then post them. But I have,
That's a lot of energy.
you know, I have like long boxes full of cards. I've gotten a few dollars here and there. Overall in Magic, I've traded thousands of dollars in cards. And I've gotten a good amount of cash out of it in between. Gotten thousands of dollars in cash out of it.
Yeah, well, where is it then? Fuck.
Spent. All my money is spent. Been spent. Except for the money that's theoretical and I can't touch.
Do you regret spending it, or you're just like money? You're just like you don't care. Because if you don't have to pay rent, if you have a roof over your head, you're like, what does money even matter?
Money is relevant. It's options.
Energy.
Literally options.
Bobby, are you getting your transmissions?
Cause I can't fix my computer right now. I could.
Why? You can take it somewhere to get fixed.
Costs money.
What funds are you putting towards your cigarettes and your teas?
Teas.
Your Arizona teas. Like, where does those funds come from? Or is that somebody, like, throwing you petty cash?
That's somebody throwing me petty cash.
Okay.
Every so often. From keeping up my end of bargains. Helping out around the house and such.
What?
But the money will come. It's just a tough spot to be in right now.
Been there many times. Still am.
2 years.
Oh, 2 years?
At least I'm out.
That's nothing.
At least I'm out. I mean,
Yeah,
do you
at
know
least
what's
you're
wrong with your
out.
computer?
What does that mean?
Like this, at least I'm on the outside. At least I'm not in jail.
So, turn this off. We're done talking about this.
What?
Oh no, I want to ask you questions, but I don't think you're gonna be comfortable in streaming it.
You're free to say what you choose to say.
It's fine. I'd rather not.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite color?
My favorite colors: red and black.
Why red and black?
I like the way they look.
What about the symbology behind it?
What sort of symbology?
Like, have you ever researched like what the colors of red and black have meant or mean?
Not necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
red is like usually a bold color.
Right? Red and black, from what I researched, means like bold, dominant, regal, sometimes aggressive, but just like mainly bold. But red's one of my favorite colors too.
Oh, nice.
It's like purple, red, like the whole damn rainbow is my favorite color. But I think if I really had to choose one, it would be purple. Because I can just look at anything purple and just like my eyes would just like melt. It's like something about it is like color therapy. And like people have certain attachments to certain color. That's when I'm like, what's your favorite color? And it's like, why are you asking me that? Like, are you a kid? It's like, no, color, like what colors you identify with, like says a lot.
Oh, I think it's my what do you call it? The power supply. I think the power supply fell apart. Or the board fucking fell out. I don't know. Like, it won't start up. The light won't come on the fucking anything. When the light when it starts up, but when you turn the power on, when you put the on switch up, but before you actually turn it on. Yeah, so I think the power supply is fucking dead. Color meaning is highly culturally specific. I agree with that, and I lean more into finding my own meaning in colors. I would agree with that to a certain extent. But I think red is definitely a bold color overall in nature. That's how I look at it. The scientific, like red, yellow, and black are very bold colors. Yeah, that was a solid blunt. That was a good hash.
Very good.
Thank you for this. It's delicious.
Thank the government.
Thanks, government. Thanks, Obama.
Obama's just welfare.
Thanks, welfare.
EBT, hey.
Also, end the homies with the wine.
Yes, we did not spend on it.
Balling on
We're
a budget.
really good manifestors.
Balling on a budget. I just wish my computer was up. God damn it, that thing served me so long.
Wait, did you ask for why you want my computer? Did you ask for my computer?
Yeah, I just wanted to look some random shit up and see what was on the internet and then talk some bullshit. That's all.
You can do that.
I had some curiosities on my mind.
Oh my god, but can we just need to document the perfect space loaf. For all our cat people. This is how she gets the transmissions from the mothership. From the Lyran mothership from the star system Vega. If you don't know about it, Google it.
They're in star seeds.
We're in star seeds. Lyrans. We're lions.
They're like lions. She loves cats.
It's like you, Simba.
You're like cat allergic?
Oh my gosh, Bobby, you're so pretty. Perfect riddle row flank. I can't handle it. Alright, I hope they don't get my charger.
I can't make out what you're saying. I think the chat got deprecated.
Oh, it's because, what is that? What is that? Oh, did I fuck something up? Chat. Touch. Chat. I don't know what's going on.
I can't read chat. It's alright.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
What did you want to look up?
Reddit. Have you been to Reddit?
I like Reddit. Not every day, but here it works.
Have you heard of Tales from Tech Support?
Mm-mm. Educate me. Show me everything.
It's a Reddit where people, like, this is... Reddit has taught me some of the wildest things I've ever learned. And they also did me great in keeping my job. Like,
but, like, are they, is it, like, official? Like, is it cited? Like, how can we trust?
Because the things that I did from Reddit actually worked.
Okay, so if it actually works, then fine.
Like, there was this one time I was in Tales from Tech Support, and I was just reading, because it's just like, I'm so nerdy that I'll read articles written by other people from tech support about random funny shit that happened to them working tech support.
What's tech support?
Tech support?
Mm-hmm.
Like technology support, IT?
Oh! Tech support.
Yeah.
Support. Got it.
Yeah, so I was working tech support, and like that was.
You can do that. Why do you can do that remote? Can't you?
Yeah, that's why I'm looking for remote.
You could do that.
Yeah, but right now, with the requirements of my 2-year situation, I don't have enough time necessarily.
The authorities, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
The fucking authorities are on my ass 24. Like, I'm gonna have less time on my own time because, like I said, I gotta do
When's
certain
your court
things.
date?
June 8th. I gotta get there at fucking 8:30 in the morning.
Wow. I'm not playing with you.
No.
Oh wait.
But so far, it's already been 3 months, right? So that
What?
means...
Since you got back? It has not been 3 months.
Since... Because what? January, February, March. And April, May, June. It's been 3 months.
Oh, you got back in January?
No. I was just checking where we were at. So I was checking when it happened, which is in March.
When did it? Oh, it happened in March.
Yes.
But you just said January.
I said April. Yeah, because I was starting out the year. I was just counting down the year.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So March, April. So April, May, June. It's June now. It's been 3 months. So 3 months means that I am 1/4 of the way done with it. Right?
I don't know, because I don't know
1/8.
what your situation
I have
is,
2
what
years.
your case is, what the
I
judge said.
have 2 years.
I'm still confused on like what you
I have 2
actually
years.
did, like what got you in.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything, but you
I'm getting
inside.
my case
so how
dismissed.
did that happen?
I'm getting my case dismissed. people make alleged claims about the things I do. It's pretty easy to get arrested, especially when you're 6'4" and black.
It's true. Tonight, Terry came out, like, the security, she's like, what the fuck is this with the store? I'm like, relax.
That's what I'm saying.
It's my friend. Just chill. I'm sorry. But the thing is, the people who tripped up the most on you were your own damn people. But that's also because they get it, too. But then they also know that, like, a lot of people are, truly harmless. You know, I mean, security came from the inside. Like, that's a lot of their job is because of that.
We're raised in a suspicious society, especially suspicious of big black people.
But Terry, she's like tied up on the neck. She's you know.
Exactly. Oh, here's the basic point of what I learned. This is the Tales from Tech Support thing he's referencing. Here's a basic internet truism if you want. If you want the answer to something, post the wrong answer. Someone will come correct you soon. It's an internet truism that if you post the wrong thing, like the surest way to get the right answer on the internet is not to ask a question for the right thing. It's to assertively state the wrong thing. And then someone will assuredly come along
show up and
correct
yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we rely on.
Is that what we're really relying on?
I mean, that's what I rely on. I've learned a lot from that. It's pretty true on the internet.
Huh.
Like, theoretically, if we were wrong about exactly the right thing, my channel could blow up because some nerd would come in here and mega own me about correcting me on something.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But
you never been omega owned by a nerd?
Omega owned by a nerd? To me that sounds like someone just trying to troll me or some SJW like getting paid to troll me.
SJW, huh? Social justice warriors. Why
it's true. Facebook hires these people, and they entitle it that. And
I don't even think they need a high. Oh, what do you mean? You mean like they make custom ads and shit?
No. These people hire trolls, but they entitle it something else as like you're a. You
think it's Facebook, or you think it's certain other people using Facebook?
Babe, I know people who have admitted to me that that's their job.
At Facebook?
Yes.
Is to say certain troll shit?
No, it's to be, they say they're a social justice warrior. So to me, it feels like trolling. So whatever they do, whatever mechanism they do to scan the internet and try and find people who disagree with their agenda, they then come after you out of the blue. These randos come out and you're just like, where did you, I didn't hashtag, you're not my follower. Where did you come from? Or is that the paranoid schizo in me? But no, it's not. Because I know for a fact, I've spoken to people who are like, yeah, there's that department. And then there's like other people online who are like, my daughter is literally employed to do, she's like 19 years old and she's employed to do that right now. And she thinks she's doing
But that's what marketing, I mean, it depends. Like there's plenty of different scams.
Yeah, it's not a scam, but it's just like if someone told me that was like, if someone told me that like I had to argue with people on the internet as a form of social justice, I'd be like, but if I was 19 years old, I'd buy the argument. At 33, I'm like, no. So that's why like I have empathy for some of these people, but at the same time I'm like, damn, they're really exploiting all the youngsters. I mean, they always have, but like these youngsters are getting exploited, and I just feel bad.
Are they getting paid?
Yeah, but like
look at Tommy Loren. Tommy Loren's getting paid, man.
I hope they're getting paid right, but I don't think they are. They're probably being paid entry-level position salaries to be a troll.
Oh, this is not the thing.
Come on, that's you don't want that position.
I don't think this is the thing to be saying. I just mentioned Tommy Loren, but like, you see this? You see what she posts on Twitter? You think this really happened?
I don't even understand what's happening here. Tommy Loren, who is this?
You don't know who Tommy Loren is?
Hell no. Some blonde hoe? Who is this?
She's one of those people that basically gets paid to promote the right side.
Oh, okay, so she's a political figure. Yeah. Shall not be infringed.
And she's talking about basically the rights of guns.
Okay, yeah, cool.
But in the time of like, this is on June 2nd, it says.
Mm-hmm.
So this is in the time of like these mass shootings that just happened with Uvalde.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the right thing to be saying right now.
Well, have you gone deeper beyond the surface and thought about?
Of course not.
I thought about maybe a lot of this could be.
Let's take a look.
Slightly. What's the term I want to look for? Orchestrated.
Who?
For a political agenda? You don't think any of this is just like out of the blue? Like this is just random. It's just like normal. You don't think right before midterms, this is just normal. We don't need guns, but all my security that's surrounded around me has guns, but you guys don't need guns. Get the fuck out of here. If you follow history, and I used to feel the same way, where I was like, ban guns. And then I was like, hold up.
I didn't say
my
ban guns.
family were refugees from a communist regime. They were unarmed. It was either they stood up for themselves or they had to dip the fuck out of their country.
I'm just saying, it seems like insensitive. Posts like that, as this post seems insensitive to the families more than it seems like.
But you don't understand is that it's not about gun control.
I'm not
this
even
is
talking about
this
gun
is
control.
this is a black pill moment. I'm black pilling you guys, and
What is black pill? Explain.
Black pill means you're going down the rabbit hole, a conspiracy theory, but
Okay.
this shit is like
I consider myself a conspiracy enthusiast.
same. And there are certain conspiracies that are just like it's like if you just study, if you open a history book, there's conspiracy. It's like, why are we sitting here trusting the government telling us that we should be unarmed while all their security is armed? All of them are armed. Why are they armed? Because they need to protect themselves. Why do they feel like they need to be protected? Because they feel threatened. Just the same way someone feels threatened when a fucking crazy motherfucker walks into... they need armed guards. They need armed militia. This is the same way these motherfuckers pull. We've been robbed so many times at the Pottery. We don't have armed security. These dudes are just like on a program.
You want to check this? You want to check out something wild? So look, check this out.
I would feel safer at my job if my security was armed. Real talk.
I forget if it's just Portland or Oregon overall, but they have an Oregon law that allows stealing.
Babe, you're allowed to steal in the state of California. It's like Prop 57.
What?
It's only under. We've already talked about this. It has to be under $900 worth of merchandise for them to like really come for you.
So that's the same thing. That's the same thing
in Oregon. Yeah.
Wow. So you can just run up and steal shit.
Babe, why do you think I just walked out with cat food?
I mean, shit.
That was like $6 out of their loss in inventory, insurance. Get the fuck out of here. These corporations are fine. They
are covered by insurance.
That's what I'm saying. They're fine. And that's why these motherfuckers come to our dispensary and rob the place because they're like, y'all are insured. What?
So you don't need security. If niggas rob you, you get robbed.
No, I would like security. I would like armed security. Well, they got armed security. They didn't like you. Remember when you walked up? I walked right through the dispensary over here, and then you pull up, and the guy's like, "No,
yeah."
But he was your people though, and he knew, and I don't blame him. Honestly, I don't blame him. They're just doing their job. But at the same time, he was armed, and like our security isn't armed, and I'm just like, we've been robbed like 2 or 3 different times. It's like, why aren't we doing that? Why?
I'm just saying. The government.
That or dog. I would love a dog up front with me. To be perfectly honest.
I think more people would be would do less of anything if there was a dog.
And you know what's so funny is our glass house group. Like boss lady, forget her name. She pulls up all the time with 2 dogs. And she's smart. I was like, I get it. I was like, we need dogs for security.
I have not heard about these cell cops, these Cali cops who ride around in an armored car. Nah.
I mean, it's possible. Like SWAT.
It seems likely.
I mean, maybe like in Inglewood. Anyway.
I didn't know you could just steal like that though. But it's whatever. As long as it's covered by the
If you're
insurance.
gonna build
I
pooper.
guess. But they be burning inventory all the time and like destroying inventory that goes back.
No, but that's because of the state, not because they want to. The state literally picks up a bag of bullshit that's expired according to their standards, and all that money goes towards that.
I'm talking about like brands destroying their own product because they have too much.
Yeah. Or small businesses or small restaurants. Yeah, it happens all the time.
But that shows you the illusory nature of the economy.
I agree. All I'm saying is I'd like either an armed security, not some fool who just got out, or some dogs. I like dogs. I like dogs. Dogs would be awesome.
So you seem like you'd be a junkyard owner? You would have dogs in a junkyard?
Not in a junkyard. I just like dogs are just like companions, but also they're guardians in a lot of ways.
I mean, I think that's their purpose in man's society to a certain extent.
One girl in cultivation, like, so she didn't even know who she was talking to because they were just transitioning companies. But the boss bitch came in. She had 2 dogs, and we're in cultivation, which is like where we're trimming. So it's like, yeah, you kind of have to be sanitary. But it's like, whatever, we're fine. So she comes in, she's got her 2 dogs, and I get excited about the dogs. I was like, oh my gosh, hi, stop trimming. I like pet her. And this other bitch tells her, she goes, yeah, the dogs aren't allowed in here. And she's like triple masked up and like super paranoid. And she got fired the next day for telling her to get her dogs out.
Shit.
I was like, good. Send a message. And well, we ended up getting that whole department getting laid off like a couple months later. But she's like, who is this girl telling me I can't have dogs in here? She's a trimmer. She's not a manager or security. Like, who the fuck is this? And even I responded too. I was like, why is... And Emily picked up on it, and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, and I didn't even know she was the boss lady either. I was just like, I'm sorry she's being rude to you. I don't know who you are, but you clearly work here, but you pulled up with some dogs, so that probably means you're kind of important.
Yeah, if you're just gonna bring your dogs out.
2 dogs? I'm like, and this girl's going like, you can't do that.
Yeah, like when I was working at that wealth management company as the tech guru. See, that's what I'm saying. I worked at one of these places that was so fucking liberal, right? That my fucking title was not director of technology. My title was tech guru.
Okay, I need to stop.
You see what? No, for real.
I believe it. I believe it.
And it was this. They're out in Santa Monica. That's when I was making the most, and it was just like they had the pets are allowed in the office sort of rule, but the only one who brought their
creative vendors too were. Yeah.
The only ones who brought their dogs in were like the president and the C-suite. And it's like, everybody else, I'm not bringing my dog. You crazy? I don't have an office big enough to hold the dog. You know what I mean? It's tough. You work office jobs? What kind of office jobs do you work?
Like in college and right out of college, and that's when I learned real quick I didn't want to do an office job.
Oh, you don't like office jobs?
It depends on what it is, but...
Why don't you like office jobs? What is it about office jobs?
I think it's being confined to a cubicle that really fucked with me.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see what you're saying.
But I mean, again, the work environment has changed since that's happened. So.
Oh shit, yo! You know what's crazy? I saw this fucking advertisement that they're phasing. Like, I think universal basic income is about to be a real big thing.
I hope so. Jesus.
No, because they're phasing out like Jack in the Box workers with these new fucking auto fucking cooking machines.
What do you mean they're phasing them out?
They have these auto machines that like will cook up.
Things are gonna be more AI, so they gotta send out UBI.
Yeah. They got more technology coming out.
Which to me is like, that sounds great, but I hope that doesn't cause the economy to just inflate even more. Because then it's like, no, we're still, even if we have UBI, we're still making the bare minimum.
Yeah, but having a bare minimum is better than not having like anything.
Yeah, but if you're smart enough, you know how to like.
Well, because I mean, certain jobs just won't exist. You know what I mean? And you got to look at how many jobs that exist right now are jobs that can be automated away, and it's like a large percentage of the workforce. You feel me?
Yeah. No, I'm down for UBI. I think a lot of us could use a little Kickstarter money right now.
Yeah.
For sure, that would take a lot of stress off our plates. I just worry the long-term effects on the economy. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I just don't trust the government. It's not that I don't want everybody to not have money. I want everybody to have money to live a happy life. But what if the government is saying, let's do this? Like, what's the fine print? What's going to happen behind the scenes that we aren't aware of? Like, are they going to fuck with the economy and justify it on UBI? That's the only concern I have.
I mean,
it's possible, but I'm not saying it's true, but it could happen.
More people would be paying taxes back into the IRS. There's that. If you do it like unemployment and you tax them against it type shit. I mean, they basically did a little bit of it. They did a little bit of it for the stimulus, but not really. Because I only got one stimulus. I didn't even get all 3 stimuluses.
Well, that's because you weren't working, were you?
That's some bullshit, though.
That is some bullshit, though. Like, and what was the reason why? What was the reason why?
Because I was working. I was working on a bunch of things at the same time. I'm building. Can't work for people. I gotta go make this money doing something. I've gotten accustomed to certain ways. Honestly, I do regret a couple of things. And it's mostly just not investing my money in better. Because I could have signed that one contract for like 10 G's a month. Oh, that's a lot of money.
I'm reading this meme right here. It's killing me.
It wouldn't go away from the search bar and I didn't know what to do, so this is... Ooh.
That's some like 2001 shit. Where you didn't know how to like delete your history.
Yeah, you didn't know how to clear your history. Oh, speaking of which, like, do you think there's gonna be a point where like they're gonna be reporting on people's web histories after like, as opposed to obituaries, they would have like somebody like, because like after we all pass away at some point in our lives, right? Our internet histories are gonna be out there, like, realize.
Yeah, if somebody wants to dig deep enough to like, yes, but like, why does that matter?
That's like our internet. Like, do you think? How do you feel about your internet history? Where would you want your internet history deleted?
Coming from someone who doesn't watch porn all the time, no. But that's what I'm getting at. And if you see,
Wow.
men are more paranoid about their internet history.
Internet history is clutch. Nah, because you never know. You can find us. It's not even about.
He's really into Harry Potter erotica, you guys.
Wow.
But it's like the adult version. Don't get it twisted.
It's not even about porn. It's about the fact that, look, sometimes you search random shit.
Why, are you stalking someone? What's wrong with searching random shit? Who cares?
People will know what kind of random shit you search.
Who cares? If you're an open book, you don't give a fuck.
I'm not an open book.
What's all this talk about not caring about what other people think?
I mean, I don't, but like I don't want to tell them my whole life I have boundaries.
Well, fine.
Economy and the W-2 taxes, productivity now. I really wish that thing didn't come up like that, but there's a thing.
Wait, let's just fix it. Why is it doing that? No. Wait, what the fuck?
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Oh, wait, is it this?